All right.
Hello, Wisconsin!
Oh God. Okay, hey guys, we're live.
Oh, you're already?
Yeah.
Was that our opening?
Mhm.
Take it.
All right.
Don't sue us, Fox or whatever.
Soundbite that. That's our new opening.
No, I can't.
It's because we're all right.
Yeah. No, we're here for another episode of the Roshan Bros News. I am Kiens, not Keith. You're welcome, Gil. I'm back on it again. And I'm here today with the seating changed a little because now we have people back.
Switch sides of the table on us, you fuck.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who am I with though?
Drinking water, Zach.
With his Juggalo T-shirt. He loves ICP.
It literally does not say
If anyone ever
anything
makes a
about
fan
that.
wiki for the Roshan Bros, definitely put and Zach's like ICP.
Oh boy.
And then just in parentheses, whoop whoop.
Jesus Christ.
Why whoop whoop?
Because that's what they say.
Yep.
How do you know that?
You've never seen the Juggalo memes?
To be
No.
fair, he's from that time a little bit.
Yeah. Like, literally, kids my age would get ghetto-rigged tattoos of hatchet men by people with tattoo guns that should not have them.
Oh yeah.
And they were very bad looking.
So literally the only way I know
Doesn't
about
matter if they're
ICP,
bad with
like
them
how I
or
found
not.
out about them was they were in WCW for a while.
Wait, like, who are you guys, though? Like, I mean, Zach?
Oh.
Eli,
Yeah.
editor. I don't know.
Eli. Japanese name, editor, Eli.
Japanese name. I fucking stayed away from that shit.
French name, editor, Eli.
Thought about. I stayed away from that too. I was like,
You
I could
actually looked at it?
Yeah, I edited it. I
You
changed
actually edited stuff?
Apparently-
These two idiots never do any of that.
I looked at it!
Yeah, we edited
Not
like,
until last minute.
not last minute. No, I wait till Zach be like, yo,
Okay,
so like
hold
Eli
up.
cut this part out. Like not Eli. So Gil cut this part out that I think is super important. Can I like write this back in? And Zach's like, yeah, I think that'd be interesting. And then we'll do punch up jokes. Like we put in the calzone joke for the Captain N and the Game Master joke because like we were just thinking about like the joke of calzones being a quesadilla pizza.
Alright, so you did
Or
write that though,
basically-
Gil? Gil? You wrote that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Because
ba-
I thought it was Kian at first, and then I hit one joke, and I was like, pretty sure this was Gil, never mind.
Or
Because I thought about taking it out, I was like, he wrote it, I'll leave it in there.
Technically, he started the joke, I just polished it.
Mm.
I will give credit where it's due.
There was like one of the pirates I wanted to do, but then like it just didn't. It wasn't as interesting. Was Sir Francis Drake, who was a slave trader by the end of his life, and I'm like, that's not as interesting as like some of these other ones. Like, but no, like, yeah. So you might as well say our titles. I run things here.
Management.
I am management.
I do things. I sweep and mop.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, shit.
So what?
I'm just the guy they keep in the closet for diversity's sake.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. We are 4 brown guys. By name.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Change the name. Change the name of the podcast.
4 brown guys podcast.
Gil and I just looked at Eli like, what?
And then I got it.
Yeah.
Our logo is just brown to the 4th power.
Yeah. No, so I knew someone who had KKK as their like her name was like
Oh.
Katrina Carice Kane or something like that. She's like, my mom would just call me K Cubed. I'm like, so she just called you the KKK, pretty much. Like, she's like, but it wasn't racist. I'm like, it's like low key, secretly racist. Your mom dressed.
You were born racist.
You were dressed as a ghost for 4 years of your life, and they gave you a torch by the last one.
Like the
It was
idea
a
that
candle.
Every Halloween is ghost costume.
Ghost costume.
Burning crosses.
Oh my god.
I mean, I feel like, no offense, like, I feel like you can't wear a ghost costume anymore just because, like, the possibility of someone thinking you are going
Oh,
as,
you
like,
can wear a ghost costume. As long as it didn't end up pointy.
Oh, speaking of which,
Now,
Black
if you're a
Klansman is in
wizard
our theaters.
ghost.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are busy, you work next Friday, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if you guys are busy some other time, because, like, I would have gone, we can go whenever. I really want to see that though.
Yeah, it does look hilarious.
Black Klansman.
Oh.
It's finally in our theaters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw it when I was like, I didn't see it. Like, oh yeah, I saw The Nun. It's a great movie. Everyone should go see it.
Don't expect a good horror movie.
no.
Expect a good story.
Yeah, basically, the Conjuring universe is very interesting. I really hope they fight Thanos next.
Did The Nun come before or after The Conjuring? Like
After,
storyline?
before, like chronologically, it's the beginning point.
They scare Thanos off of our fucking planet.
No, he just snaps and he's like, I can't do this. I can't. What's going
They
on?
put Thanos' ass right in therapy.
So many jump scares, man. I don't get it.
The story was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
No, they scared him so bad he became.
There's plot holes everywhere.
They scared him so bad he became Cable.
I like Cable.
Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool 2 came out. I rewatched that.
Fuck you.
Yeah, man. I've just been munching on TV all week. Like, watched Iron Fist. It just came out. I marathoned the shit out of that yesterday and today.
I was gonna say it's been out for 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got home from The Nun and I was like, I don't have to work till noon today. I'm gonna watch Iron Fist for 10 hours.
Jesus.
I think my favorite part about Iron Fist is that it is only 10 episodes instead of the fucking 13 that they usually do. So I think all Netflix Marvel series need to be 10 episodes now. No more of this 13 shit.
Yeah, I don't know if because I watched Jessica Jones season 2. I don't remember how many episodes
13,
it was.
they're all 13.
Okay, I was gonna say it fucking drug on. Like the last episode, she basically confronts the major problem and then is just like, yeah, stuff's happening. It's like, they tied up all the loose ends and they just keep fucking going. I'm like, I just don't care anymore.
Follow
Major
Kanye's
problem.
example and just do 7 episodes.
The major problem
Follow
was your
Kanye's example
alcoholism.
and just go 7 episodes.
Yeah, no, like, I think that was the Punisher's problem, too. Is like, that story could have been told in 5 episodes. But they elongated
They
that
kept
shit.
that interesting though.
Nah.
That's the Punisher. I think they
By the 8th, it just kind of was just like, get it over with. Like, for me, I feel like the Punisher should have been like 8
okay,
or
but
10.
the thing about the Punisher is that it is all about the Punisher.
Yeah.
The thing with Jessica Jones is that some of what drew it out was that they're talking about the lawyer's story, they're talking about her black neighbor's story, and it's just like, I don't care about the... Actually, those 2 stories were more interesting to me than the main one, but... And then it drug on with hers and how her relationship's going. I'm just like, I don't care.
I like the reference to like the Wizard and stuff like that, though. Where he was actually the speedsters.
I knew as soon as I saw him, I was like, yeah, he's actually just gonna be super fast.
Yeah, but he's like this obese person, so like no one takes him seriously.
That's why I was like, yeah.
He's gonna actually prove that he's a meta. Like I don't know. I like the idea that like they're essentially like the metahumans of DC, but there's no Speed Force, and I really just hate Speedster Speed Force. I think it's just the cop out for everything.
Really dumb. I really like the idea that he says they're giving him pills at some point, and I was like, the pills just make him fat, so no one believes he's fast.
Basically I've just watched that shit. Gil, you watched any new animes or anything like that?
I watched the first episode of Anime Crimes Division yesterday.
Anime what?
Crimes Division.
Anime Crimes Division?
It's a show by Rocket Jump.
Rocket Jump. Okay. What did you do before I get into
I didn't watch anything
Okay.
new.
I have one more though.
Okay.
Gil reminded me. I fucking watched Black Samurai. Finished that.
Afro Samurai?
Afro Samurai.
Black Samurai?
Black Klansman.
Speaking of which, did you hear... So, you know Digibro, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of. Okay. So, do you remember when we talked about Crunchyroll's division, new animation division making that thing?
Last week, yeah.
Yeah. So he makes this big video saying that like Crunchyroll isn't helping the industry and stuff like that. And then gets shut down by like people who write anime. They're like, you don't understand how this works. Like, yes, they have enough money to make their own animation division now, but they still give the money back for their streaming. It's not like they just take the streaming money and not give it back to the companies that they're buying their licenses from. And then he goes to this video, this huge-ass video about him being like, you know what, why aren't you guys making YouTube videos? I'm getting more views than you and I don't know shit about the industry. I'm like, then why are you fucking talking about it? That's what gets me. That's what gets me about, like... I'm saying this like I've always said this before. I try not to go into this news thing without actually doing my research before jumping into shit. I'm just saying that right now. Don't be those kind of people. Because then the other thing I was going to bring up is that, like, he went on this whole tirade that Hentai Haven took out lolly porn as a category because he's like, it's artwork, it's not weird. And then he went on a radio show saying he sexually enjoys people, like teenage girls who look like girls getting fucked. That's weird. That's like something you shouldn't bring up.
I agree. Why'd you bring it up?
No, for him, like, no, it's just...
No, for you too. No one should bring that up.
That was a question. That was one of the questions we had. He's like, this person told me, like, they like Digibro, but then he said that. Has there ever been, like, a YouTuber or actor or celebrity that's done something weird like that, and then you can't look at their work the same?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
People always do that where they're like, oh, fucking... God damn it, you know, like Kevin Spacey, I can't look at his movies the same, and it's like,
I can still watch his old movies, I can't look at his new shit.
Nothing changes for me.
Like, okay, so
it's
James
always
Gunn,
just...
so James Gunn?
James Gunn.
Does that change?
Like Guardians in the first place.
Okay.
I like the second one. The second one's still a good movie.
Okay, I know your strong stance on James Gunn, so I was just curious on that.
Give a shit.
Okay.
I had that perspective with like an actress that I can't even remember when I was really little, and then I looked at, and then as I grew older, they did a different movie, and it wasn't the same as the one they had done. So that shift in perspective kind of weirded me out. But now looking back on it, retrospectively, it's
Okay, no, I get you. There's not really...
mean, it takes something really big to make me consider even...
I don't know, to me, it makes me laugh when I think about it most of the time.
Right. Well, like, I can get why someone did feel uncomfortable that, like, some dude just opened up. Like, he wasn't saying he's a pedophile, but he basically kind of said he was a pedophile. So, like...
He said it in a legal format.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's artwork, it's different. So it's like... So the thought in my head is still forever there that, like, there is a strong possibility he may or may not like to diddle kids. I'm not saying... What are you giving me that look for, Zach?
Diddle?
Diddle? Like molest them?
I've never heard anyone
You've never
say
heard
diddle?
diddle?
No.
That reminds me, John showed me a video of
It
the
does seem
Game
like
Grumps.
a John term.
Diddle Kid.
Diddle
The Game Grumps were playing
Oh boy.
Mario Odyssey, and then
no.
They were in New Dong City, going collecting coins, and there was one some shaped like DK because it's a Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
And I think it was I think it was Danny.
Danny, yeah.
Danny said something about, oh look, DK, it's Diddle Kid, and then someone actually made an animated video about that. That was pretty funny.
Very interesting.
Made a whole song about it.
God,
Look it up when you have the time.
Yeah. Ninja Sex Party released a new song, didn't they?
I have no idea, probably.
Oh, yeah, they did. It was super cool. They have, like, a lot of awesome covers. Like, their Toto by Africa cover is actually very interesting.
Toto by Africa?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Africa
doing Toto by Africa.
No, it's
Africa by Toto.
Africa by
Africa by Toto, damn it.
Yeah, no. I see my stupidity.
I see what I said. We're done. Let's go to
Yeah, I was just like looking at you guys busy drinking. I was like, I can't call them out.
Yeah, I too was like...
Thank you,
Toto
Zach.
by
Thank you,
Africa.
Thank you,
Then we're
Zach.
gonna go. Let's go to other dumb things, like the new Halloween trailer. Actually, this doesn't look bad. I think this is like super interesting.
They're bringing it around full circle.
Yeah, like people are mad that they're not like siblings or whatever in the new one. Michael and her Jamie Lee Curtis's character aren't siblings canonically in this anymore. She's just some random person he tried to kill.
The fuck keeps track of the
Did they?
canon?
Oh, dude.
I know.
There are people.
I know there's a lot of people, but why?
Like, I literally sat and watched 30 minutes of Predator lore on my break one day because I didn't think it was real that there was 30 minutes worth of Predator lore.
There was.
And there was.
They have comics, dude.
Old as shit, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, because, like, I was also reading lore for, like, top 10 weird comic book crossovers. And for me, a lot of them involve Predator. Because Predator one-punched
Been in a
Superman.
lot of shit.
Yeah, he one-punched Superman.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He is able to go toe-to-toe with Superman, but loses to Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, by degree...
Arnold Schwarzenegger, stronger than Superman.
Yeah, by default, that default, Arnold Schwarzenegger could beat Superman. But...
Make a comic.
I mean, Muhammad
The Teenage
Ali,
Mutant
I
Ninja
don't see
Turtles.
why he...
Basically take on aliens.
Yeah, like, Aliens, like, there are so many weird crossovers that I even got to the point that, like, Chucky was in a comic book at one time, fighting the people from Hack and Slash, and then Ash from The Evil Dead fought Freddy and Jason in a comic book, and then I found out that, like, there was the original script for Freddy versus Jason ended with them in hell, because they open up Pandora's box, and Pinhead has them chained, and he's like, "Welcome to my playground," and that's how the movie was supposed to end. Like,
Jigsaw?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought
Pinhead.
Pinhead.
I thought I heard you say Jigsaw for some reason.
It's a
I'm
puzzle
sorry.
box.
Oh, my bad.
I'm sorry I interrupted you. What were you going to say?
I have no fucking idea. I
That's
don't
okay.
even remember you interrupting me.
Oh, we were talking about Halloween lore. Yeah, no, like, I don't know. This looks interesting, though. It really does bring this, like, idea that, like, how crazy would you be after a serial killer tries to kill you to, like, wait for him to come out so you could just murder him? That's how I feel. Even watching that trailer, she's like, "I've been waiting for this day." I'm like, "Bitch, you've been waiting? Why didn't you just break him out already and just have this? Like, you're old as shit."
Bail him out.
Yeah. I was like,
for it and
but, like,
everything.
she's like, essentially it's been 40 years. It's like, bitch, you're old as shit right now. Like, do you really think you're the physical capability of fighting a psychopath?
She
Who's
has
also
weapons.
in the same age.
Yeah,
as
but
you.
for some reason, he's spry as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
supernatural people just, they don't age. They just, horror
Very
don't crack,
slowly,
apparently.
Very slowly.
Yeah, they just, but people are mad that, like, he doesn't have his, like, mystical powers anymore, like most slashers do. Like, you're, like, running and, like, they'll never catch up to me, and there's some way in front of you, like, what the fuck kind of magic is this?
There's a badass robot chicken skit about that.
Just parkour.
Doing tricks and shit on a bike.
Yeah.
To get in front of him.
Oh my
Dumb as
god.
fuck.
Oh, I love that, though.
Then we go to the Nutcracker in the Four Realms, and again,
That's a thing.
this is the vinyl trailer, and it's still
I
weird.
read this and I didn't watch it purely off the name. I was like, I don't know what this is about, but I'm not interested.
We've seen, like, you've been here for, like, most of these, it's just a fever dream. It's basically,
Have I though?
yeah, it's the Nutcracker Alice in Wonderland.
No.
Are you sure I actually watched them?
I don't
Probably
know.
not.
Yeah, no, this is still, it's Samuel Jackson with an eye patch, and I'm just, not Samuel, the fucking Morgan Freeman with an eye
I know
patch.
I have to look at
Yeah.
you like that.
Morgan Freeman with an eye patch, and I'm just like, man, why? I'm just,
Why'd they do this to Morgan?
well, it's just like a weird ass movie. They're like, we're going to the toy kingdom, and they're evil, but like we're good. I'm like, okay,
The sugar, flowers, and snow.
yeah,
Epitome of good.
yeah,
But toys are bad.
yeah.
Grr.
Marketing. Then we go to 22 July.
That one actually does look pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I don't remember this one.
This is a Netflix movie.
Terrorist attack on Norway or
Norway, yeah.
Norway.
The 2011 terrorist. This is actually interesting just because it is not, in, like, no offense, like, it's not like an American terrorist attack. It's like a,
Fucking ass backward statement, but go on.
well,
You're like, this is just super interesting because it just is. It's like, what?
What an explanation.
That's not a reason.
yeah, no, I just, like, for me, it's just, I like the idea that, like,
It's like me reviewing.
how do
reviewing a
people
movie.
handle a terrorist attack in other countries? That's what I mean. It's like it's different. I like the different perspectives because like I'm so used to like watching like we just had a Boston bombings movie that like kind of wasn't like what the
Was that
Boston
the one with
bombing
Mark
was.
Wahlberg?
It was the one with Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, a little bit more high octane than what actually happened, but yeah. And then we had that Nic Cage 9/11 movie, World Trade Center.
Ah.
I don't remember.
It
that
had
at
Michael
all.
Pena.
I don't
And
remember
it's
that
like
at
they
all.
got so they got stuck in the World Trade
Trade Center.
Center, and like this is the only time I've ever seen Nic Cage of subdued and not like overacting.
Isn't that the one that they showed us in like middle school?
I don't remember that.
I
at
watched
all.
it in my sociology class because we had to write a paper about it, and I was like, "Am I supposed to say like terrorists are evil?" He's like, no, like, did you see that, like, one was a Mexican firefighter and the other one was a white firefighter? And they managed to work together to survive.
What?
They managed to work together
to survive.
They're not trying to kill each other.
Well, yeah, they're like,
Right.
you see, like they didn't look at their diversity.
To
and they just
enter.
worked-
We
like,
overcome that
Please.
fucking
It's
challenge
like-
every time we
Don't.
get together.
well, like my teacher's like, didn't you understand? Like, it's supposed to be like colors don't see anything when it comes to like working together to like survive. I'm like, this is a terrible sociology class. I'm like, but they were already working together to begin with. It wasn't like they were like two different
Pitted against
firefighters.
each other.
And he's like, you're from Washington Heights, I'm from Brooklyn. Screw you.
I wasn't gonna help you put this fire out, but now that I see we're working together as Americans, I think I will. It's like,
But, like,
oh, you're just a fucking
like-
scumbag.
like
Jesus.
Like, my college sociology class was way better than my high school one, because, like,
I would hope so.
the intro to my college sociology class is she made us watch the video to Coolio's Gangster's Paradise and tell us to write down the sociology aspects you see in the video. And some people are like, well, this is just a dumb hip-hop video. And then I wrote, like,
That'd be me. I would do that.
I wrote a 5-page essay about it, and I was the only one that did, and she was reading it out loud. I'm like, oh no, don't do this. Don't do this. She's like, I'm not going to say the person's name. I'm like, oh, thank God.
This was written by Kiens.
But it rhymes with
Yeah, no,
Ian, and then she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she's like, people are like, wow, I didn't see this. I'm like, do you guys just see this as some, like, hip-hop video? Like, it literally broke down, like, just, I don't know. It's like, the 90s rap was really big. You could totally break down sociology concepts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing about this. I feel like this might be a movie later on that people will play in, like, sociology and things like that. In, like, social studies classes when they talk about, like, events and other, like, world area classes.
That sounds like an assignment I straight up wouldn't do. I won't lie to you.
They'd probably do it in the middle of class.
Yeah, you'll, like,
Yeah.
watch that movie in class, yeah.
And you'll have to
Wouldn't matter to
quickly-
me.
You'd have to
You
quickly
can
write
sneak through it
something.
If my teacher was like, all right, now write down all this social stuff, I'd be like, no.
Then we go to
No, I'm gonna
Anna
fucking
Trinity.
do it.
Then
It's
we go
like
to,
that's your answer to it. On the
how did
paper.
you feel about this movie?
No.
Wouldn't be the first fucking time.
Then we go to At Eternity's Gate, which is Willem Dafoe playing Vincent Van Gogh.
It was a firefight. I know that's not the right.
Yeah. This is, I don't know, Vincent Van Gogh's life was
I just saw
so
that yesterday.
bizarrely interesting to me that I kind of just want to see this movie to see him, like, cut his ear off and give it to a
In
prostitute.
real life,
I mean, like, if he
practical
did it,
effects and whatnot.
damn practical effects. No, like, I don't know. I've
It
always,
looks good.
I never, like, I'm not an art person, but, like, I always read about Vincent Van Gogh because it was one of my first comic books, graphic novels my grandma gave me is, like, comic form of the weirdest people that ever lived. And the first story was about Vincent Van Gogh, and then the second story was about Rasputin.
There you go.
And I found them to be two of the most interesting people. That and Houdini.
Oh, Houdini.
Yeah, I love Houdini.
Houdini.
Like, so, not good. But then we go to BoJack Horseman, guys, season 5, and I don't know what's going on in this trailer.
Hooray!
Seems like a lot of repetition.
Yeah, just tackled in different ways.
I think that...
I think at one point he's gonna have a drug trip, seen by a lot of the scenes that were there.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be like
Makes
a
sense.
Memento kind of thing. He's going to, like... He has to, like, rethink about the entire day or something like that, and that's going to be, like, each episode trying to, like, retrace his steps. I mean, like, if you look, it's like...
No, I can kind of get where you're coming from.
Where, like, there's strings pointing around everything. So,
This is
like,
an anime, correct?
No.
Oh.
No.
Cartoon.
It's an adult cartoon on Netflix.
Oh, wait, I remember
He's a
now.
horse.
yeah, he's a horseman.
Okay.
Named BoJack.
BoJack. Get your shit together, Zach.
Man, I don't watch this stuff.
No,
I never
This is an
watched
anime, right? You fucking swine.
Uncultured
Settle your
swine.
yourself down.
No, I'm kidding. So that does look very interesting. I really hope it's good. And one of the actual weird cartoon, and this is we talked about this last week. Marvel's Avengers Black Panther's Quest. Basically, we're gonna be super oversaturated with Black Panther coming up, guys.
I noticed.
Everyone is like Wakanda was cool. Black Panther.
It existed before, but
Everything.
now it's popular.
Everything is Black Panther, and it's weird. So
I don't know.
It's happening.
I like Black
Except-
Panther as a character.
Except during some of these scenes, he's White Panther.
yeah, wearing an Arctic suit.
The whole, like, I don't know. That
No,
was-
it's legitimately his suit is white. That's
for some
about
reason,
it.
him and Doctor Doom, just because they run a country, they always interested me. I don't know why.
They've been teammates at one time.
Doom has also tried to conquer Wakanda
Yeah.
on multiple
Doom-
occasions.
And the Panther God stopped Black Panther from stopping Doctor
I
Doom.
know.
Because Doctor Doom was like, this is the only way the world would be at peace. And the Panther God's like, yeah, you're kind of right. Taking over shit, like, you
Yep.
can cause world peace by doing that. It's like that Mega Man episode where she's hypnotizing everyone to not do bad things. And Mega Man's like, everyone deserves free will. Blah, blah. Then we go into the favorite, which is a bizarre movie with Emma Stone. And I'm glad she's getting work again.
I knew you would say that.
Yeah.
Your fucking sound
knew.
effects.
Blap, blap.
Makes you sound like gangster fucking Mega Man. To me, I don't know why.
Calm down, Crip Man. Blap, blap.
Easy there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
Wouldn't Mega Man be the Crip, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah.
Calm down, Blood Man. But like Blood
Has
Man
to
would be like
re-spray paint his
yeah,
suit.
Blood Man would be like a weird like.
They already have a vampire.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They have everything in Mega Man. They have like Mandrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a shitty ass Digimon.
Isn't it like Electric Mandrill or something like that?
But what
Yeah.
to start out
Yeah.
with.
It's X in the X series.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
she's the
Shitty
first
marble
like,
grid.
because he's like the first boss you
Some
should
man
beat
and a
in the
drill.
order to like use powers because it's all rock paper scissors based for them.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm weird for knowing all this shit.
I
We
mean, it's
gotta-
always been that way.
Then we go to Instant Family and it's Mark Wahlberg being a family man
Daddy's Home 3.
From Boston.
from Boston, talking to ghosts like this. Are you done? I'm kidding.
No, I apologize.
No, you're fine.
I've been trying to hold that
No, you're fine. Then we go to Anne and the Apocalypse, and this is another weird movie.
It's a musical zombie apocalypse during Christmas
A
movie.
musical.
Yes. Yes, a musical. And apparently Justin Bieber's a zombie.
Really?
Apparently.
Dope.
Then we go to Narcos Mexico, and
Why are you looking at me like
I
that?
don't know, Gil.
I knew you would look at me like that.
So
If Zombie Bieber doesn't start dancing, I'll be disappointed.
I don't think they actually show Zombie Bieber. They just kind of
Oh, they just
went
allude
off
to
it like...
Yeah.
Zombie Beavers?
Yeah.
Zombie Beavers.
that was
It's
a
a movie.
real movie. Yeah,
Ah,
real. Someone made a movie about beavers and zombies. Someone also made a movie called Thanksgiving.
yeah.
And
And then they got a
Ginger-
sequel.
Yeah, so did Ginger Dead Man.
Somebody
Yeah.
made a movie called Sharknado. They got 4 fucking sequels.
6.
Is it 6?
Yeah,
5
5.
sequels.
It's
6
6
was the last one.
movies.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hopefully it's finally over.
John Favreau
Nope,
is back
another one.
as Happy Hogan
Cool.
in Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Cool.
That's exciting.
Cool.
Who is Happy Hogan?
He's the fucking Tony Stark's driver.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was the dude that Spider-Man had to talk to throughout the
Yeah.
I get you. I just did not even. He was such a minor character past the first Iron Man.
That reminds me, did you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No, not yet.
No?
Such a monumental undertaking. I haven't started that yet.
That's alright.
No, it's not. Get your shit together and start watching stuff.
I know.
Damn. Okay.
They keep
So
fucking
Black Panther
releasing
was a
shit on
massive hit
Netflix.
for Marvel, but star Chadwick Boseman said the studio originally wanted Wakandans to speak with a British accent.
Why?
I don't know. How fucking weird would it be
They're in
like,
Africa.
oi, Wakanda forever, mate.
I can't tell if you were trying to be
And then
British
they-
and
they
sounded
switch it.
Australian.
I'm really bad at being British.
They switch it, and Ulysses Claw is the person who's speaking with the
Yeah.
Wakandan accent.
I will get that vibranium. And he's like, no, you won't. You not get that vibranium. You know that, hell, bruv.
Please stop saying bro.
I love bruv, dude. Bruv's a great
No.
word. Yeah.
Not for you.
Okay. But yeah, no, like Chadwick Boseman, like that would be a weird twist though. Like I don't understand why people always think British means fancy.
Parody move.
Because like most British people don't talk fancy, they talk gobbledygook ghetto. If you've ever it really is. Like there's more people in like
Cockney?
Yeah, they speak
Yeah.
more in a
But
Cockney.
you want to emulate the high class.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I know. But like
That's why swear words are swear words.
Yeah. But you know what I mean though? Like most people when they think of a British accent, they think of the high class, but like
The
when
elegance behind
when you go to
the British
England,
accent.
you hear people and you're like, that's not high class at all. That's
Bollocks.
lowball society down there. And I'm like, that's cool.
When you really get into it, the high class, that's just because they're French.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, so they had recent images of the Captain Marvel movie. I don't know if you guys saw it.
Nope.
All I know is that people are comparing her ass to freaking Tom Holland since it's weird.
What?
Okay.
What?
They would legitimately compare Tom Holland's ass to hers.
Wait,
That comparison
Why?
I don't know. It's on Twitter.
Nothing on my question.
What did you ask?
I said, how'd that comparison go?
She has a flat ass, apparently, just got compared to Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Alright then. But no, has anybody seen the pictures of
I have
the
it
new
right
Captain
here.
Marvel movie? Aside
I
from
have, I
Kiens?
have it right here, I think.
Yeah, but for some reason they're calling it Shazam.
My bad.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, this is some of the first pictures of like the. Will you stop bending the table, Zach?
I have to get over here somehow.
Well, fucking don't lean on the
Walk
table.
around, you
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You
Bunch of
lazy
creep.
pile of shit. God, I'm trying to tell you, stop bending the table.
I mean,
I'm like, she's got the legit Captain Marvel suit now, though. Like, people complained that it was green, but by the end of the movie, she'll have a legit Captain Marvel suit. And it also showed, like, one of the scenes we didn't see is, like, their facial thing for Nick Fury. They've really worked on that since, like, the first time they used it to make them look younger. It's
Oh.
super good looking now. So I'm excited.
does he have a fro?
Yeah, kind of a mini fro.
Good.
So
Just got back.
So the
from
Skrull,
Fort
actually, so they introduced the Skrulls in Captain Marvel,
Ridge. Yeah.
and did you see the picture of that?
No.
So they look like Piccolo.
I
Can you
believe
pull up
it.
the picture?
Oh gosh, they do.
I'm just curious how
Yeah, I
people
kinda
are
do.
gonna take to all the alien shit that happens in the Marvel universe.
Wait, is that a comparison up above that one?
No, that's Super Skrull.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
to be fair, she's close enough.
Yeah, yeah, no, they look like Piccolo,
Close
and everyone's now harping for another Dragon Ball movie.
They kind of do look like Piccolo, except with like way more distinct facial bones. I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
and they like the like weird butt chin. It's like
Yeah.
it's like Thanos butt chin. It is.
apt
It's
comparison.
a
I guess.
universal constant.
Yeah. Apparently everyone in the space universe has like a Thanos butt chin. But like no, I think they look interesting. I like their design. Which brings up like Dark Phoenix is also apparently supposed to have Skrulls in it, but they said the Skrulls are gonna be completely different. So this is weird. I don't
Same
like
actors.
yeah.
It's just reused footage.
I don't like this because this means
They
like,
just
yeah.
invert the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the thing that gets me about the Skrulls in this is that like Disney bought Fox, so like this is the last of this X-Men trilogy. We're never gonna see them again. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of like if those Skrulls are good, I'm gonna be super mad, and Captain Marvel Skrulls are bad.
They could implement, parts of them into it.
I get you, yeah.
So I really don't care. I don't really care much for most of the space shit that goes on in fucking Marvel.
So
A lot of it.
an interesting thing is that like Captain Marvel won't be an origin story. Carol Danvers will already have her powers and stuff like that. So that'll be. I like that. I like not having origin stories anymore. I like that with Spider-Man: Homecoming a lot.
Pre-murdered Uncle Ben.
Yeah. Well, like
Post-murdered, Uncle.
I think the cool part about Civil War.
Because it's after.
But he's pre-murdered.
See,
he's
that's
murdered
what I was
already.
gonna say though. Is that Spider-Man kind of got
Spider-Man and Black Panther got their origin
He's
story.
no longer alive. He's been pre-murdered.
Are we
He's been
really
murdered
can we
before,
stop?
But I mean, Black Panther kind of went back
Post.
with
Shut
Black
the
Panther.
fuck up.
Jesus. Black Panther kind of went back with Black Panther and covered over it.
In a sense, like, but you know what I mean, like.
They covered where he gets his powers. They
Right.
covered the Panther God, Wakanda, like all the bases.
But you know what I mean, though. It wasn't like a legit, straight origin story. Like again, my only problem with Black Panther by the
It
end
might
of
as
it.
well have been
But-
he became the king in that
Yeah.
time. He fought the people.
My only problem with Black Panther was that just superhero movies have this problem with the first movie is having them fight a villain, which is basically a carbon copy of them. We talked about this with like the new Venom trailer.
Yeah.
It's like basically Venom is fighting gray Venom. So,
Which they really should
Venom.
have chose any of the other, 4 or 5?
symbiotes.
Or
Yeah, like
6 of them? Or is there
Screech.
4 of them, I don't even remember.
There's 5 born from Venom, not counting Carnage. Because it's Riot, Screech. They're all named really
Yeah.
dumb shit.
Toxin.
No,
Toxin is Carnage's.
Toxin is different.
Hybrid.
Isn't
Was
that
another
just
one.
all of them coming together?
No, Hybrid was his own.
Huh.
Because he had like bug wings. I don't know why. Fucking Marvel, man.
I don't know, but yeah, they could have just chose, like, because they all have, like, their own fucking colors, basically.
Yeah, and Riot was just dark
And
gray navy. So
Which
I was
he
just
might
like-
fight all of them, we don't know.
I think they
Ryan
say
might
that
just be
two.
Wolf.
they say Screech is going to be in there because there's a female symbiote that
Okay.
he fights in one of the trailers. So
So,
there,
yeah,
there's that.
they could all be in, you don't know.
Mark Ruffalo wants to see his version of the Hulk fight Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. That'd be cool. I kind of actually want that.
That is one of the most popular things.
It's like one of the
in,
most iconic shit though.
Marvel.
Like I'd be down.
Like a short movie of it.
Yeah,
No,
just
well,
like
that's kind of what it is,
yeah.
in reality.
Like I just would want like a 30 to 40 minute Hulk versus Wolverine. Like how awesome would that be?
I mean, it's like, in the comics, it's just Wolverine hunting down Hulk,
Hulk, yeah.
and then
Oh.
Hulk trying to just destroy him, and he fucking can't. Wolverine's
You know what my
just
favorite
as pissed
Super
off.
Bowl commercial that like is canon in the Marvel universe is? Ant-Man running to go get a Dr. Pepper and he keeps accidentally making it grow big and then him accidentally growing small and shit like that. It was one of the most well animated like things ever. And there was no actors involved in it or anything like that. So it's like really, really interesting.
That's what we get for not watching the Super Bowl, Gil.
You don't
I don't
have to
regret it.
watch the Super Bowl. You can just Google Super Bowl ads afterwards. Like,
But why do that?
Because no one wants to watch the fucking Super Bowl unless you're like a diehard sports fan.
And
which
the
I
ads
don't-
aren't getting any better.
No, I mean, like the reason we watch Super Bowl ads is because they have movie trailers, and we talk about them. We don't just automatically go for, man, did you watch that new Dorito commercial? No.
We used to do
But
that.
I did.
And then they get
Did we?
back.
I didn't. I always thought all these commercials were done. Like the last commercial I ever reacted to was the GoDaddy commercial where the nerd and the hot chick kissed each other, and then the hot chick was like, "Yeah, that was you see that weird awkward kiss? That was really what happened. Like he did not know how to kiss at all."
Ah.
So I was like, "Oh, hope,
Hope.
hope."
What?
That's what we need. Hope. The rebellion needs hope. Dave Bautista is unsure if he will reprise his role as Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Man, who gives a I don't know.
Could this mess up the MCU though if he
No.
actually leaves?
People have been Red Skull
Yeah, but
was replaced.
Drax, I feel like...
Rhodey.
Rhodey was
But
replaced.
that was obvious, and everybody was off about it.
Yeah, but
I mean, I
Rhodey's
guess
not
because
really
Hulk
a main
was also
character.
replaced.
Right, but I don't think...
Whereas Drax, they're
Is-
all main characters, but I feel like he's more minor than...
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a more...
Just give Vin Diesel fucking face paint and then just have that happen.
I mean, Hulk was replaced too.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, but that guy was an asshole, though. That guy just was, trying to make his own movie. But Dave Bautista just is, boycotting it because he's like, I signed on with this director. I want to end with this director.
Yeah, that's dumb. I don't know.
I mean, if you've
the
grown
other
a
thing is
friendship
like,
with someone during an entire time like that, I can understand that.
that's dumb though. Anyway,
He's risking
The
losing
thing with-
millions of dollars.
the thing with because he needs the money.
No, you know what I
The
fucking
thing with
mean,
fucking
though.
Drax is Drax is technically destined to kill Thanos
Mhm.
in the comics and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's he's kind of a main character because
Yeah,
you
but,
never know
the-
if they're gonna go with
Go
that.
with that, but I don't know.
Probably.
Probably not if that's happens. They're probably gonna go with maybe Hulk killing Thanos. Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't fucking know. I don't really I
They'll
don't.
still go with Drax.
Right.
And not just be like, oh, Drax is gone, guys. We don't know where he went.
He
So
never
then
came
We're gonna
back.
get another fucking jacked bald guy to play him. Get The Rock. I don't fucking know.
You know, Jason Momoa tried out
Black
for that role?
Adam, Black Drax.
Did you know that though? Jason Momoa tried out for fucking Drax the Destroyer, and like one of the things like he didn't realize that he'd have to shave his head. So like, I think he's like, man, I'm really glad because I like my hair. And then like in later interviews, he's like, yeah, so I did like interviews. I did like things for DC, tryouts for DC, and I thought I was going for Lobo, but they gave me Aquaman. I was like, yeah.
I can see him being Lobo
Yeah.
way more than
Yeah, yeah. So Norman Reedus reveals he'd love to play either. This is the guy from The Walking Dead and the Boondock Saints. He's Daryl. I don't know if anyone knows that. Daryl. He's like, I want to be Ghost Rider. I'm like, just because you ride a motorcycle in a fucking TV show and you played a biker dude, I don't know if you should have Ghost Rider. Just don't have Ghost Rider. Nic Cage has solidified Ghost Rider. Just fucking let it be.
Bring back Nic Cage.
No.
Yes,
just let
yes.
it-
Yeah.
Bring back Nic Cage.
I mean, the
Kian wants
wonderful
it.
thing about Ghost Rider
I want it too.
is that you can have multiple Ghost,
Ghost
Riders.
Rider. But I like the Ghost Rider they have in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. though. I think he's a
I do.
badass.
Yeah,
he's
the
super cool.
the show's kind of bad, but yeah,
Yeah.
I like the Ghost Rider. That's why I watched the last season.
Yeah. And then Howard Stark's coming
But
back
he-
for Avengers. Oh, go.
Well, he's not the main Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I know.
He's not Johnny Blaze,
yeah.
so
I don't know. Like they could probably do like Daniel Ketch then instead of Johnny Blaze for this universe because they already have Johnny Blaze, and they just reference like Nic Cage handed off his power.
is he technically in
What?
the MCU?
No, not canonically.
So
They
they
could
could redo
do
Johnny
Johnny
Blaze.
Yeah.
But I just see Gil.
Nick
like,
Cage.
Bring back Nic Cage,
Yeah,
please.
In Gil's mind,
Be fine with that.
Nic
It
Cage
doesn't
is
take a lot to fucking.
canonically Nick Cage is his Ghost Rider. So if anyone is not Ghost Rider, like every time he's like, I feel like Gil will just do hashtag not my Ghost Rider if someone else gets cast. as
Trying to
Ghost
think of
Rider.
like a good Ghost Rider. I don't
Who would make a good Ghost Rider?
know. Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
No.
He'd make a good Vengeance, just like because Vengeance is like the bulky, like huge ass Ghost Rider. Remember Vengeance? Ah, never mind. Vengeance, and then like
Ben Affleck, Ghost Rider.
you know what? There really isn't anyone I could picture. Like I don't think like maybe Charlie Hunnam from fucking Sons of Anarchy, the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
Nah,
The main actor?
Yeah.
nah.
He was in King Arthur. I think he'd be a good Ghost Rider.
Oh, he's like super British.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nick Cage forever.
You could do it, I guess, but I don't think I'd like.
If I want a grizzled old Ghost Rider, I'd go like Ron Perlman.
I was thinking Ron Perlman, but he's way too old.
Yeah.
I feel like he could be like the Ghost Rider before this Ghost Rider.
It'd be like Sam Elliott's role. He gets to ride a horse.
I don't know, because the thing is, like, when they're Ghost Rider, it really doesn't matter who they are.
Yeah.
Who's playing them.
Like, they could just CGI that shit.
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to.
So speaking of Lobo, from when we were talking about Jason Momoa, Dwayne Johnson wants Negan from The Walking Dead to be Lobo. I don't fucking get it.
I don't know.
I don't like
I
Negan.
don't Walking Dead.
I don't like Negan. Negan was this dude with a baseball bat that killed Glenn, and everyone's like, no, how dare he? But everyone's like, have you read the fucking comic book? And everyone's like, don't spoil it for us. I'm like, but the comic book just spoils it for you. Like, if anyone watches the show and isn't like, who's Negan gonna kill? And everyone's like, it's Glenn. Everyone's like, no, it's not. And then everyone's like, you spoiled it. I'm like, it was been spoiled for 8 years because the comic book came out 8 years ago.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not
like,
gonna read the comic book.
I think someday, a decade from now or so, I'm probably gonna start The Walking Dead.
and then that same day you'll drop it.
I'm a strong believer. I'm a strong believer in like watching series after they end
Yeah.
for like these popular series, because
Fucking
then like I
Game
can
of
just go
Thrones.
onto Reddit or something, and they tell me like 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 good seasons, watch them. Everything else, just fucking skip it.
Oh no, well, there's that, but also it's just like Game of Thrones. I had read the books at this point, but it was just like just going through the internet while I was just fucking bored and stuff. It'd be like, oh, Jon Snow's died, but he's not really dead. And I was like, To anyone, like, I read the book, so I know he's probably gonna die. But it's like, now I know he dies in the show.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So it's like, I don't know. We had this conversation about spoilers. I don't think spoilers ruin shit.
No.
Though. Like, I think, like...
Journey, destination
Yeah.
type thing.
Like...
I'm in it for the journey.
Someone can tell me...
The 12-hour Lord of the Rings journey.
No.
Let's do it.
Someone can tell me that, like, Sean Bean dies at the end of fucking...
I'd totally believe him.
Game
I'd tell him
of-
I knew that.
Yeah. Like, someone could tell me, like, Ned Stark gets beheaded at the end of the first season of Game of Thrones, and I'd be like, okay, but how?
dare you?
But,
Yeah,
like,
but why and
but
how?
why? Like, they just, like, Then it answers the question, like, but why did he get beheaded? So then you watch it and you're like, oh, this is why. Because everyone in Westeros
Then
is
you
a
watch
fucking
it,
asshole.
and then you watch it and you're like, I still don't know why the fuck he got beheaded.
It's like, because everyone in Westeros is a fucking asshole. You can't trust anyone. When the Starks never understand that shit besides Sansa.
Somehow they're not already dead.
Yeah.
How the fuck that
That's like my one thing about, like, Jon Snow is alive and has still not learned his lesson.
Yeah.
He's still like, I trust them. I'm like, fucking stop trusting people.
Turns out he's systematically trusting someone
Yeah.
just so that they can end up betraying him and he can get them killed.
Well, like, that's my thing. Like, when he comes back, he's
God
like,
is on my side
yeah.
now,
When he comes
bitch.
back,
That's
the
one way to
night
do
watch,
it.
he goes to the night watch. He's like, "Hey guys, I know you stabbed me, but we need to work together." And then people are already plotting to betray him.
The people are like, all right, we stabbed him. Do we burn him?
Do we do it again? Like,
God, a fire brought him back. I don't think burning him would really do anything.
I don't know. And then they're like, and so he's like, "We're gonna go get a White Walker." And the Black Watch is like, "Yeah, go do that, do it." Yeah, he's not gonna fucking come back. Oh fuck, he came back. Yeah, that's the thing. And like anyone who like wants to team up with fucking the queen now, Cersei, like. No one, Cersei
Killed everyone.
Yeah, like, sorry,
All the important
spoilers,
people.
spoilers, yeah.
Fuck you guys, watch the show.
No, I'm talking about
Nah.
people on the radio, but like, no, like, in that last season, she's like, I don't get why anyone doesn't trust me. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, everyone knows you fuck your brother and you killed everyone. She's like, I don't understand. I'm not gonna trust Daenerys. Because I don't trust myself. I'm like, good, you finally realize you're a terrible person.
Plotting her own fucking assassination.
So, Wonder Woman 1984 will reportedly see Robin Wright reprise her role as Amazonian General and I don't know what I'm going to say. So, her aunt's coming back.
Alright.
Didn't she die?
Yeah, it's a flashback.
Oh.
Okay. I mean, that makes sense, I guess.
I mean, as much sense as it can make.
We had a very sad death this week, guys. Burt
Burt
Reynolds
Reynolds.
fucking
Oh, yeah,
died.
that's right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Smokey
Ow.
and the Bandit dead. Heart attack. He's old. He was like 82.
I didn't think he was that fucking old.
Oh, he's ancient. I mean, like, yeah, he was.
Settle
It's
down.
been like 50 years since that fucking movie came out.
Did you know that Burt Reynolds was originally supposed to be Han Solo, but he turned it down?
I feel like I did know that, actually.
Yeah. How awesome would it be to have Smokey?
Not very.
I don't know, I like Burt Reynolds. Did you
I
the
like
longest,
Burt
Did you
Reynolds.
like The Longest Yard? The Longest Yard
The
was a
Longest
good
Yard
movie.
was a great movie.
Which
but
one are we talking about, though?
Either. I
Okay.
don't care.
I didn't know, because like I don't mind like The Longest Yard, the newer movie, is one of the few Adam Sandler movies
Yeah,
I can
it's
fucking
good.
stand. Yeah, and like it had D12 besides Eminem in it. It's like the linebackers.
Didn't know that, but
Yeah,
okay.
they did. Yeah, it had Nelly too,
Yep.
and Stone Cold Steve Austin,
And Goldberg.
Okay, that
and the
one.
Great
Kevin
Khali,
Nash.
and Kevin Nash.
It was
I
an
knew
all-star
Stone Cold,
lineup.
but that was the only one I knew.
Yeah.
It was before the time of the greatest.
So yeah, they're making Police Academy 8 though, and I'm pretty excited for this. I love Police Academy. Those movies are the shit.
Skipping over Burt Reynolds' death.
Burt Reynolds died. What else can we say? He was
Moment of silence?
Moment of silence. He was an Archer, and he had one of the best Archer episodes in my mind. Because like Archer looked up to Burt Reynolds so much,
That was
and
pretty good.
Mallory hated Burt Reynolds so much that like to get back at her son, she fucks Burt Reynolds.
But now he can say his mom fucked Burt Reynolds.
But when he says it, he cringes. He's like,
Fair enough.
Oh, that's just weird to me.
I mean, you'll take what you can get.
So we have a little bit of controversy in the news today. Not about what we talked about off mic.
Oh, alright.
It's about Neil Armstrong's new movie is not showing the iconic scene of Neil Armstrong by the American flag, and people are saying the movie is unpatriotic because of it.
Really?
What?
Yep.
Do whatever
Why?
the fuck you want.
So this is coming from Neil Armstrong's family saying he never viewed himself as an American hero. He viewed himself as a scientist trying to break barriers.
That
Right.
seems right, yeah.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
so-
I don't view him as a hero. All he did was get shot into space.
And he came back alive.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't get why people get really butthurt.
It's not like he went up there, fucking conquered the moon from the aliens living there.
No,
Fucking
no.
planted a flag up their ass and came back.
It's the Nazis. Movies
He's
have
not
already
fucking
proved it.
Duke Nukem.
That's the
Or
game.
Doom Guy.
It's gonna be a game.
I fucking want to make a B movie about this now.
I'll make like a game that's
Yeah,
along the
I'd
same
rather-
lines as
I'd
like
rather see a
Doom.
video game like
Yeah.
that.
Do you remember Apollo 18, that like found footage movie?
Yeah.
That movie was fucking rock crab monsters.
Yeah.
Oh god, that movie was
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
awful.
But yeah,
Yeah. No, I don't.
I don't see how it's unpatriotic.
Yeah, I don't get
I feel
that.
like these are the same people who agreed with Mike Pence when he was like, "We need to dominate space."
That's what I was thinking.
Why?
It's like,
What's
man,
up
that's
there
the
to
only place
dominate?
that humans have worked together. But okay, fuck it, let's dominate it.
What's there to dominate?
That
A
is-
bunch of dust and rocks? Maybe some gas?
Bacteria that could be used for warfare. Possibly up in Mars and shit. No, I'm not saying there is, but there's a possibility.
There's fucking water bears up there.
What?
Pretty sure
I was like,
they-
it's probably just fucking water bears up there. But whatever.
water bears are everywhere.
Exactly. Floating around in space.
Frozen, just like,
I think they can survive the vacuum of space.
can
Yeah.
they really? Holy
I
tits.
feel like they tested that.
Yeah, of course they did. They're like, what animal can we not kill that we've sent to space? We murdered monkeys, dogs. I think Lou's cat went in the last shuttle on accident.
Guys, there's water bears on this fucking dog corpse. Floating around up there.
That's one thing about Space Force is that, like, everyone was like, yo.
Sounds fucking dumb.
No, everyone, like, the UN's like, the only place that we can, like, work together is in space because we don't have to deal with everyone. America's like, hey guys, we see that, like, our freedom in space might be tampered with, so let's make Space Force.
What freedom in space?
Did you read that speech that he's like, to secure our American ideals, we'll be the first to make Space Force? I'm like, bruh, NASA does this shit already.
Yeah.
Like, that's what blew my mind. Like, we've never had a military group that worked for space. I'm like, I mean, like,
NASA's not strictly military.
but you know what I mean, though. They like work with the U.S.
No,
government.
yeah.
Like, that shit blows my mind. And it's just like, you're right. The amount of people are like, yeah, I'm excited for Space Force. I'm like, one guy's like, we're one step closer to Star Trek. I'm like, no, you're one step closer to the
That's
fucking Empire. But
Yeah.
yeah,
not happening in our lifetime, but I can see the dumbass technology of Empire happening. Like we can make that now.
my fear, like, yeah, because like they
Fucking
run on like
AT-ATs.
they run on like DOS. Look at the computers they're using. God, that's like one thing that like terrifies. Like, what like. The world of Star Wars seems more reasonable, even with like wizard magic, because religion is crazy to begin with, than Star Trek does. Because someone's like, Gene Roddenberry had an idea, he's like, one day I believe this. And he's like, it could be 20 years from now. 20 years from now. His son's like, it could be 20 years from now. We're in the present. It's never going to happen.
I agree with you simply because it's like there's no combat
Yeah.
teams in Star Force and or Star Trek. Star Force.
Star Force. Sounds like a Power Ranger team.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah.
Time Force and now Star Force.
Oh, they've had a lot of forces.
Like Wild Force.
Wild Force, Mega Force, Super Mega Force.
Like Ninja Force.
I don't
I
think
No,
so.
you're right.
Wish they could have come up with some fucking acronym that at least sounded cool. It's like UNSC, ODST. These are things that sound badass.
SPD, Space Patrol Delta, was a pretty cool one. Like when
I don't know,
you
SPD just sounds like a fucking disease. Guys, I've got the speeds.
Would you
Space AIDS.
if Space Force if Space Force was like, we'll pay for all your student loans, would you do it?
That's just the regular military. I don't know what the fuck you want.
Yeah, but what would they have you do?
Exactly. Like, you shoot me up into space? That sounds cool, but I'm kind of claustrophobic, so probably fucking not.
That's my one thing.
Only when I think about it.
Just thinking about it now.
Like, that's the thing, like, I can only imagine their excuse. They're like, this is definitely like, I just picture like, why are you doing Space Force? Because I just want to build a fucking laser. That's like Donald Trump probably is like, has crayons in his room and he's like, laser here, and it's like right by the moon, and he makes sure he draws the moon smaller than the laser.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna shoot giant mirrors up into space so that we can hit the planet at any side at any time.
We want to make sure we have more sun than everyone else.
Point accuracy.
Sorry, I know we went on this weird space tangent. Fuck.
Yeah, what the fuck were we originally talking about?
The unpatriotism of the
Okay, no, we were on space at least. I thought this went from Burt Reynolds. I was like, I don't know how the fuck we got here. That fucker was never in space.
So apparently there were rumors till Michael Bay and Ryan Reynolds shot it down that the secret Netflix movie they were making were a Thundercats movie, and I was like, why? Why do we need this? And I don't know. They're already making another Thundercats TV show that I've extensively talked about like, I don't hate the animation style. I hate which is fine. Like, that's fine to hate it, but like I hate the premises of it from what I've seen, where it just kind of takes away the action part of it when we had a good anime-esque style like Avatar, which that was created by the Avatar guys, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I thought it was. I don't know. It may have
The newer one?
Yeah, the newer one.
I think so.
I think it was, yeah. So,
Actually, I'm not entirely sure.
Zombieland will be filming in January 2019. I'm pretty excited.
Cool.
Atlanta.
I still need to watch the first one.
I can let you borrow it.
Sarah.
I like Zombieland, actually. It's actually a really fun movie.
I couldn't watch it when it came out. My mom wasn't having it.
Mm.
I played GTA at the time. I don't know why the fuck.
You could watch it and then review it in October.
This is
I'll
on.
tell you what. I'll watch that, and at the same time on a different TV, you guys watch Lord of the Rings.
Ah, no, I don't want to do that.
And then I'll watch like 6 more movies.
You gotta
I'll
finish
watch
Avatar.
I was like, I'll watch the entirety of Avatar. And then I'll watch a couple more movies, and then we can compare them.
I mean, we have a second TV now with an HDMI port, so we can.
I just have a second.
Because I was thinking if Zach ever brought his like PS4 and we were like doing games, I would just hook it up here. It's less work than having to go behind our TV right now and put more shit in it.
That's fair.
Just because you'd have Avatar, I would automatically feel like I lost.
Yeah.
I did not know they were
watching
still.
Avatar.
Yeah, I would just join you instead.
They're making a new Fast and the Furious 9. It reportedly starts filming in next April. I didn't know that they were going to make another.
They're gonna keep
Didn't
that
they?
series
Yeah,
going.
I was gonna say, I was like, I didn't know, but I assumed.
Do you remember when like Paul Walker died and I was like, that's it, we're finished.
And then they
What?
kept going.
Kept going.
What number was that when he died?
5,
6?
6.
7?
6. It was 6.
Okay, it probably was 6.
6 or
I know
7.
It was
3
7 because 8 was Fate and the Furious, and not everyone was like kind of like, whoa, that's
6
fucked
or
up.
7.
Paul Walker
I
died.
know that like the last 4 of these movies have come out in what seems like less than a year to me.
Yeah, I mean,
They just keep throwing them, and I don't even remember the names
Yeah, it was
anymore.
7.
it was 7, yeah, because
I actually saw 6 in theaters.
Yeah, I saw
That was a
7
waste
in
of
theaters.
time.
That was the last one I watched. And then I just remember everyone, when Paul Walker died, they were like, what about the stunt driver? I'm like, who gives a fuck? They're both dead. like I wasn't trying to be callow. I'm just like, y'all motherfuckers always do this shit. Like you guys will say these things, and like, I heard Paul Walker's last ride was a trip, or like was a hit, and like someone's like, that's so insensitive. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
That's
Like,
badass.
Like
Smashing.
Like no,
Oh my
not
God.
you guys can probably unfollow me on Twitter and shit like that, but like if you guys have me, and like this might sound like an insensitive joke, but like Mac Miller, the rapper, just died, and like all these people who are redneck as shit, like rest in peace, Mac. I used to get super high listening to your music. You were a legend. And then I wrote a status like every other white rapper. I'm a diss Eminem right now. Mac Miller, don't hold my drugs.
I don't know why you're looking at me. I don't know
I'm
who
not-
the fuck Mac Miller is.
I'm not looking at you. I just need like Mac
Okay.
Miller, don't hold my drugs.
You said redneck.
died-
Why is
No,
it redneck?
no, he died of a drug overdose, and he was like this like underground white rapper. That like everyone was like, he wrote the song Donald Trump, and Donald Trump tried to sue him once his song went platinum to get like royalties because he's like, he's using my name, and everyone's like, but it's public domain.
He also praised the song beforehand too, so.
He called him the next Eminem, and Mac Miller's people were like, don't fucking do that, don't do that shit.
No, you missed. I know I told Zach and Gil when we were going out to get food, because they were talking about it, and then I was like, I have no idea who Mac Miller is, but in the last like 2 days, I've had 4 or 5 people go, man, Mac Miller died. Or just be like, oh, did you ever listen to Mac Miller? He died. I was like, no, I never listened to him. I don't give a fuck. And I especially don't care now that he's fucking dead.
That's understandable though. Like someone got mad at me because like James Gandolfini from The Sopranos died, and I wrote, "Oh man, James Gandolfini is dead. My life will always be the same as it was 10 minutes ago." And they're like, "He was a legend." I'm like, "He had one good fucking TV show,
Legend,
and that's
I don't
because
know
he
who
just
he is."
played a stereotypical mobster, and then continuously played stereotypical Italian people."
Stereotypically.
Yeah, stereotypically, like, oh yeah, Die Hard Year 1 is coming out, and it's taken a route from the Logan, and it's calling itself McClane.
Mm.
It's a
Die Hard
prequel
Year
movie.
1.
Yeah, it's a prequel movie. They're casting a young person to play Bruce Willis.
Okay, it just reminds me of like the movie Year 1, so it's like Die
Joseph
Hard
Gordon-Levitt.
Year 1, he's like killing Romans
From
or some
Blueprint.
shit. I was just like,
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh
Or
god.
just like nobody.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. Also, The Incredibles makes history, making first animated movie to cross the $600 million mark in the domestic box office. That's really good. Good job, Incredibles.
that was an okay.
They don't need your pat on the back.
It's
They got
okay.
$6 million.
We're proud of you. Proud of you.
I give it above average
They kind
simply
of do.
because Samuel L.
Kiens'
Jackson.
money was a part of that.
He can
Yeah.
do no wrong.
Just tell the internet to stop making weird fan art.
It's the
You're not
internet.
gonna get.
You
You're not gonna
realize
break barriers if you do that.
Yes.
it's the internet.
God.
That's basically its job.
People have to go back 4 times to watch that movie so they can draw the art.
They'll have their phones out.
Jesus Christ.
You know how thick she is. She looks at herself in Incredibles 1.
God.
Ouch.
Crazy.
We live in a
Ri-
weird time.
Yeah. Oh my god,
No
right?
generation has faced these problems.
Yeah, like World War II art, like kids who want to go to art school pre-World War II. I want to be a great painter like Van Gogh. Modern day kids, I want to draw Ronald McDonald with titties.
Also, going back,
Why'd you
Kids
think
that-
Ronald McDonald?
kids that wanted to be artists before World War II become Hitler. Like you said that, and I was like, is he going for a Hitler joke?
I was tempted. You gotta point that. No, that just it blows my fucking mind. That like the amount of like when I was like younger, I was like, cool, Harry Potter fan art. In middle school, it got a little weird, and then high school hit. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking Google this anymore.
I'm glad. I've done a lot of weird things in my life, just objectively weird stuff. Well, just like socially, but fucking fan art, fan fiction, never one of them.
Like, I just would search, like, Harry Potter artwork, because, like, I was looking for, like, book reports and things for, like, hey, I need this picture. And then it's just, like, Ron and Harry holding hands. I'm like, oh, they're friends. And then it's like, I'm like,
hugging.
Oh,
they're super close. Then they're tonguing each other.
I'm like, man, get the fuck out. Like, it's like, I'm not...
It's not even close to as gay as the actual movies. Go on, though.
Paramount's Are You Afraid of the Dark classic Nickelodeon series isn't taking any of its episodes from any of the stories from its episodes and making their own horror stories. And I'm pretty excited.
Yeah.
I like Are You Afraid of the Dark? They were better Goosebumps than Goosebumps. Fight me.
I don't know what that is.
I think it's on Verve. Hold on.
I barely know Goosebumps. I think I read like one book as like a
that is
grader, and I
because
thought
they
it was
got
dumb.
Nickelodeon splat.
I didn't know if that was part of the...
It is.
Oh my gosh, guys, we're gonna watch Are You Afraid of the Dark, weren't we?
What were you asking, Eli?
Well, I said I don't know what Are You Afraid of the Dark is.
It's basically an anthology tale. Every episode's a different story, mainly revolving around the horror theme.
You're right.
Kind of like Goosebumps.
Holy
I barely
shit.
know Goosebumps.
But a lot darker, because usually people died. There was no moral of the story.
So it does seem better.
Oh my god, do they have
Because I was like, I barely know Goosebumps. I read like one book when I was in grade school, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of bland and dumb.
So
I'm not gonna read these. I'm gonna read Animorphs. Somehow that wasn't fucking dumb.
Yeah, I was like,
grade
So
school
it's a
Eli.
movie series, or
it's gonna be a movie anthology.
alright.
I'm really stoked. I like anthology movies if they're done well. Like Tales from the Crypt is also one of my favorites. I watched the original Tales from the Crypt, way different than what we got later on. The Crypt Keeper was actually just some fat bald dude telling them how they were gonna die. He wasn't like the I'm gonna kill you all. Crypt Keeper.
Well, I've got a weird question for you guys.
Okay.
Like, so when I was in like elementary school and stuff, it was like I had like 4 different teachers, maybe.
That said you were weird.
No, but like I was trying to read like Animorphs, and I just remember it because it's a big series.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to like fucking scavenger hunt in each of their goddamn rooms to find like the book that I actually wanted, like the number.
Okay. Yeah, that happened with me with the, do you remember that book series where the kids were, like, fucking retarded and, like, thought, like, all their teachers were, like, monster movies?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
What?
you never remember...
The,
I think that
No.
my teacher's a vampire. I think that my...
Oh, okay.
the lunch lady is
Yeah.
the creature from the
Yeah.
Black Lagoon or
Yeah, I
something
do.
like that.
Like,
I remember
I read
that.
some of those.
Yeah.
like those kids were
So
like,
did I.
like after the third assumption, you're like, are you guys really fucking serious right now? Like you've been wrong 5 fucking times.
The 6th time, they could be
You
right.
haven't even gone up a grade. This is a fucking year.
Yeah, and like, and it feels like I feel like it's like a weekly thing, and in a matter of a fucking like 52 books has been a year, and it's like 52 weeks. You've like just like you thought the fat guy at the mall was really Santa, and like everyone knew. Yeah. So let's talk about Star Wars.
Can we just go back to the other thing?
Fucking
let's talk about
seamless
Star Wars.
transition. Fuck you, Kiens. Star Wars is good. It's good shit.
So there apparently J.J. Abrams episode 9 showcases.
This is going downhill fast.
What was that, Eli? Star Wars is good, though.
Shows
I was like, except for the new stuff.
a mysterious jungle planet location that, no pun intended, bears a resemblance to Endor.
Endor's not a jungle though; it's a forest.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. That's what the fucking article said, and I was reading it.
It's dumb. Anyway, say what you want though about the new movies. I will say the planets are kind of badass.
They're really very interesting and cool.
Even if they are like, it's like, oh, Jakku is just Tatooine. It's like, yeah, but it's got this whole like they
Really
scavenge for metal.
bad evil people vibe, where like Tatooine didn't
Like-
feel as evil.
It should have, but
It
it
didn't.
They
it
had
felt-
slaves everywhere.
Yeah. You learn that later though, not in the original.
Yeah, in the originals, you didn't know Tatooine had
Yeah,
slaves.
it was just like, oh, scum and villainy, and then he cuts off a guy's arm. That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much
It's
it.
just some guy just being like, I don't like you.
My friend doesn't like you. That's it. That's all of Tatooine.
Fair.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's fair. What? This guy's name is...
Yeah, but
Han
that's-
shot someone in a bar casually,
Yeah, but comparatively...
and no one batted an eye.
Yeah, because that's like...
They didn't want to get shot first.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Greedo tried, but failed. Kidding.
And a guy gets his arm cut off by a space wizard, and still no one bats an eye.
To be fair, would you fight a space... If you're in a bar, and that man gets his arm cut off, and you're like, oh, fuck, Space Wizard, are you gonna say something? You're like, he probably has his reasons, I'm just gonna keep
Back
doing
up.
bar stuff.
Yeah, if you're going with the
Well,
idea
you
that
make
this is like a
Jakku
shitty-
sound like it's like a new, dirty, gritty version. They
I
had
didn't
people
say that.
dying.
Yeah, we were just saying that Jakku just seemed more...
They
I
had
was-
people
No,
dying
I
in a
was just-
casual bar.
I was just saying...
Wasn't Jabba the
That-
Hutt on Tatooine, too?
Yes. They had...
No.
You-
No, they weren't.
I
Yes,
don't
but you
remember.
don't learn that till later.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just saying
I mean,
that
you learned
Jakku
in
is...
the Clone Wars.
They got gangsters.
Because remember, the Clone Wars, you have to save his son.
You learn in the fucking prequels that he's on Tatooine.
Okay, let's get this going. Let's keep going.
Anyway, no, I was just saying that, like, yeah, Jakku is similar to Tatooine, but it's also got all this, like, yeah, they're scrapping all this old Imperial
It's got
shit.
more personality than
That
Tatooine.
is suddenly their entire currency.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Like, it's got a personality where, like,
Not
it should be,
really.
like...
No, it's just slightly different is my point. It's just like, even the planets that are similar
But no,
are still
comparatively
interesting.
to, like, the prequel, like, not the original trilogy planets, they really didn't have much going on with them.
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was
of
just like, Tatooine's a desert planet.
Yeah, Hoth is an ice planet.
Yeah.
They really didn't go much. These other planets really go into it. Like,
Yeah, they've got like a thing. It's like,
They have-
you see all this like, you know, like Rey's ripping apart an old Imperial destroyer, and it's just like, oh, how the fuck did that get there?
like,
And no one wanted to
as
reclaim
much
it.
as I think the casino scene in The Last Jedi is stupid, the world itself the
Yeah.
casino is in is very interesting.
Yeah, it's cool looking.
How the currency and stuff works in that world.
Now, everyone's a fucking scumbag, but
Yeah. Like, but you know what I mean, though?
the purpose
there's,
for them being
yeah.
there is retarded.
Yeah. So, like, for me, like, I like the world building the new series does.
That's like the literal planets.
But my problem, like, I was talking with Dan because we were recording, like, lines for BroQuest, and he's like, I like The Last Jedi. I'm like, I think it's an okay movie. My still biggest problem was people saying that, like, people's defense for, like, Poe Dameron of why he rebelled is like, because they're called rebels, so they're gonna rebel. I'm like, that's
badass.
I was like, but they're essentially still a
shit.
military organization. Like, if everyone said that, someone would do that. That would be a weekly basis thing. If someone's like, we're gonna go left, we're gonna go right instead and start a mutiny because we're rebels.
Fuck you.
What
We're
makes
going
you
the
think
other
this
way.
doesn't
That should be a new
happen
catchline in the
regularly?
Star Wars
That
movies.
doesn't happen.
I like
though.
the idea that that's why the Republic fell after the original trilogy.
Yeah.
Again, she started out and they're like, fuck it, we're rebels! And they just keep fucking terrorizing shit. Damn.
That was like, that's the thing, like, and then he's like, well, if you were like in a paramilitary group and there was only like 12 people left afterwards, I'm like, yeah, I would still court-martial the shit out of you. And be like, listen,
I probably wouldn't court-martial you. I'd fucking kill you.
yeah, like,
Execution.
Who the fuck's gonna stop me? The government?
There is
yeah,
no
that's the
government. We're
thing,
trying to
like,
overthrow it.
I think that's my only problem though, because I read so much.
The cops?
I remember in Harlock the Space Pirate, I know this is an anime and not like Star Wars, but it's a space anime. And like one of his men tried to mutiny him and he just blasted him in the face and everyone was like, alright, let's not mutiny. Like, there is no way after that like they could trust him doing anything. Like for me. Like after he's like, you tried to, like, you got people to do it, but like she should have just told him. I'm like, granted, possibly, but he also proved that he can't hold information because then he decides to just do shit anyways.
To be fair, he did get other people to go along with him, though.
Yeah, but they're fucking idiots too.
Well, no, I'm just saying
I know.
that, like, after she died, he might just be, like, the highest-ranking officer.
And then Leia came back to life and
after she...
done the shit out. Did her. You know, I'm gonna point this out. Like, everyone talks about how weird, how dumb that was, but like, if you watch old Star Wars and shit like that, Like, Yoda is like, oh, I don't use the Force as much in the old one, and then pulls fucking Luke's ship out of the ground. He's like, whoa, look at that. I'm like, Star Wars has done a lot of dumb shit with the Force, and they've never really ambiguously explained what the Force is in the movies.
God. Yeah, I was gonna say which I know it's not canon anymore, but yeah, in the Legends. Man, the Force, you can
time travel.
You can put your soul into another body.
Yeah. You can
Fucking
essentially...
Palpatine.
Yeah, like, so apparently, isn't it like you can essentially, like, someone tried to time travel with the Force?
I know Palpatine can rip open holes in
space. Yeah, he can rip open black holes, because, like, that's how strong the Force is.
Yeah. Like, he does some crazy shit.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. The Force canonically, like, non-canonically now, like, basically the Force is magic. Like, no matter what anyone says.
Oh, it's fucking something.
It's magic. And they even call Ben a wizard in the first movie.
That's wizard. Alright, let's move on.
Yeah. So, Carl Urban admits he still wants a Judge Dredd film. And I'm really glad. I want that too.
Another one?
Yeah, like he wants a series, like a gritty action.
So is he gonna restart it?
No, it'd be like well, I mean, you really don't have
going off of the one that got made a little while back.
Yeah, but this thing, you really don't have to like do anything. Basically, if it is that sequel to that series, because like,
I'm just curious.
Yeah, yeah, he wants to like still be Dredd from that gritty, and I like that movie. That movie was fucking awesome. Have you seen Dredd?
I've seen someone explain the movie.
I've seen parts of it.
It's good. It's very interesting. It's not as good as The Raid, because that movie came out before Dredd. And
I don't know what that is.
It's a great Indonesian film with subtitles that Eli is now turned off by.
Yeah, I'm like, you've lost me.
Netflix removed its users' reviews claiming declining usage, but it might have been done to cover up increasingly poor ratings on original content.
I believe it. A lot of their original content's trash. However, a couple gems shine brighter than anything else.
Like what, Eli?
BoJack Horseman.
That's a good one.
It's really good. I mean, the Marvel stuff isn't necessarily theirs, so I can't really include that.
I mean, I feel like you can, though. They hired the showrunners and shit.
Okay, I didn't know how much fucking Disney and Marvel actually had to do with those. So.
It doesn't matter, because they're making a Nancy Drew TV show. What?
Why?
Wasn't there already one, or is that just a movie?
That was a movie with Emma Roberts.
Oh.
I remember going to see that with my girlfriend. Worst hour and 30 minutes of my life. Before we bring up, that's another thing I liked about The Nun. It was only an hour and 39 minutes. It did not overstay its welcome. So, they added an extra 6 episodes for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Instead of making it 13, it's going to be 18. I'm really excited. I really like Brooklyn Nine-Nine a lot.
Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
And there is a Game of Thrones prequel spin-off TV show that's coming. That's going to be started filming early 2019.
I don't care about Game of Thrones.
Maybe it wasn't with you guys. I don't remember. I thought somebody told me that they had suspended that. Or...
They did, but now they're doing it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Any idea what it's on? Like how far ahead?
I think it's supposed to be thousands of years.
I'm fine with that. That's better.
So it doesn't have to do with the
Yeah.
Starks. So I mean, they might.
Well, they'll still have the names and stuff probably,
but they won't be as
it'll
prominent.
be dealing with all the shit you've heard about in the show, but it's just like it'll probably be with the fuck's the guy though. It's an A name, something Targaryen when he took over the Seven Kingdoms. No, that's a Lord of the Rings character.
Aegon.
Aegon
Targaryen. Yeah. So normally, last story here, funny, good. I'd like to end on a happy note here. Normally opinionated Roseanne Barr says she's staying neutral when it comes to the Connor spinoff of her canceled series. Roseanne, good. Shut the fuck up. Stop tweeting.
That's for the best, because if she doesn't like it, then everyone will bitch at her, and if she does like it, a bunch of people won't watch it because she likes it.
Any questions?
Just video game ones.
Oh.
Okay. You weren't here though, Eli. We have a question for you. The Thanos snap scene.
Yeah, it's dope.
What movie would make the movie better with a Thanos snap scene like that, where they just turn to dust? That would make the movie funnier. Because we thought of a few ones. Like we thought of Homeward Bound as one of them.
The Dark Knight Rises.
I'm confused.
Like
The
Thanos
snap
snaps.
happens.
Like at an important part where like the hero's about to win, he just snaps and they just disappear.
Like, I picture Darth Vader like, Luke, I am your... You are my what?
Luke goes insane.
I don't fucking know. That just be such a random thing to add into a lot of movies. I don't know.
We chose Superman coming back from Justice League. Like, as he's about to punch Steppenwolf, he like... The Thanos snap happens and he just turns to dust.
It's like, oh shit!
And then I said that should actually happen when he's carrying those people out away.
I suppose, never mind. I was about to be like, would that happen? Is he the only Kryptonian left? Half, technically, he's covered. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
Half
how
of
they
him disappears.
That's how they censor one of the Alien movies. Get away from her, you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any good ones.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is about to kill the Predator. The Predator is about to blow up, and then it snaps, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is like, huh, that was a good time. And then just walks off.
The bomb's still there, though, and he doesn't know about it.
Just...
No, you're staring at me. I don't have any good ones. My memory for movies is shit until other people
what about, like,
bring them
Frodo
up.
giving the ring, and, like, Gollum bites his finger, and then snaps, so, like...
Spits out a bunch of ash.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I
suppose that'd work.
No man can beat me. I am no... What are you? God, I love thinking of these things.
As Sean Bean dies in any number of things.
Star Wars Episode 3
No, like...
And then he just doesn't.
No, at the end of, he's about to, like... The guy's about to take the sword, and she's like, oh, he's gone, and then the sword still just falls and cuts his head.
Just as Anakin's about to murder those kids, they all disappear.
He's like, well, my job's easy.
I was gonna say before he cut off Mace Windu's hand, snap, and then Anakin disappears, and Mace Windu ends up killing Palpatine instead.
God, those movies would be
Nicolas
very
Cage,
different.
right as he yells bees, then half the bees die.
There's still bees in my eyes, but there's not as many!
It's just dust.
Oh, gosh.
The dust is in my eyes!
So, guys, do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to leave a comment down below.
Any Nicolas Cage movie.
Yeah.
If he just disappears.
Ghost Rider before he wins.
And don't forget to support us on the Patreon. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.